Now we're going to add this computer that is called workstation/1 to the domain service that is here. But first of all, to add this computer to the domain, we have to go to the server and look for the IP address that in this case is 1.1. So in that case, we go to the Windows 10 and we go to the network adapter. We right click on Ethernet, properties, IP04, and for example, I'm going to put the 1.100. Here in the gateway, we put the address of the servers on the server. And in the NES, we put the address of the server. I'm going to put in the other DMs the Google address, and we click accept. After that, we check it by I'm going to make a ping to 1.1, and it goes well, and then IP config, and we have that IP address. Now we go to the File Explorer, right click in the white part, click Properties, and we go to Change Configuration and Change. Here what we are going to do is change the name of this system, the Windows 10, and call it workstation/1, that is the computer, the account of computer that we have created in the server. So we come back to the Windows 10 and we put workstation/1, and here we put member of the domain, and the domain is called fernando.com, and we click accept. It's going to put up this window. We have to log in or put an account of the server that has a privilege to change or add a new client to this domain. So we are going to use, in this case, administrator, and we click accept. It's saying right now that it was correctly added to the domain fernando.com, and we click accept, and we restart the system, and we restart it right now. And now here in the workstation or Windows 10 Enterprise, we go. It's saying if we go to another user, it's saying that we are going to log in Fernando, the domain service, but we are going to log in with the account of Anna. So it's called view workstation/1, that is right here, properties and account, and we have to put this with arroba fernando.com and the password, and we click next, and we are logging in as Ana Lopez Garrido, for example. It's going to take a time. Now here in the Windows 10 Enterprise, we go to the File Explorer again, and this system, and right click Properties. It's going to tell us that now the name of this is called workstation/1, and we are in the domain fernando.com. Now in the server we are only we click on Ana Lopez Garrido properties, and in account we're going to make her login only in the schedule of the morning. So we click in hours of the login, and we are going to eliminate all of this and add another more, and here another more. So it's from 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock of the afternoon. We click accept, and we only want Anna to log in the workstation 1. So we are going to eliminate workstation 2 on the workstation that she can log in and work on. So we click in eliminate and we click in accept, and after that apply and accept. Now we're going to make the personal folders for each of the users from the domain. Here in the users from the domain, I'm going to make a personal folder for each one of these. But first of all, we have to go to the File Explorer, the system, and we are going to make it inside the volume D, because in the C there is an operating system. Here's the swaps, here are the copies, and here are the programs. So we got to get into D. But before that, I'm going to properties, and in security, here there was a group called todos, everyone, and I removed it, and I also removed the users from the domain, and I'm only going to leave the administrators. And after that, we get into it, and I'm going to create a new folder that is going to be called shared folders, and this folder is going, we go to properties, and in security we are not going to share it. It has irritated the premises from the volume D, and we have to add the users from the domain to access to this folder of the domain, accept, and I'm going to allow them to modify and apply changes and accept. And now these are going to have this type of administrators total control and users of the domain modify controls, and we click on accept. After that, we get into shared folders. Here's where we are going to create all the shared folders, the personal, the profile, the mobile. You understand that? We're going to create a new folder called personal, and this is the folder that we're going to share in the network. So sharing, advanced sharing use, share this folder, and premises. We're going to remove everyone, and we're going to add administrators, and we are going to give them total control, and we are also going to add users of the domain, and we click accept, and I'm going to allow them to change and see and apply the changes, accept, apply, and accept, and accept. After that, we check that everything here in security is fine. Now we have just to come to the users and system from Active Directory, and we are going to add all the users from the group users from the domain to that are going to create a personal folder for each one. So we selectionate these two, for example, properties, and we go to profile, and we're going to choose the particular folder and connect to. I'm choosing 8. I'm going to put this direction. That means here in the server Fernando, in the folder personal, we're going to create a new folder called the username, or the name of the login of the user that, for example, Ana Lopez is user of the workstation /1. So it's going to create a folder inside personal called like that. We copy that, and we click on apply and accept. After that, we go to folders, and voila, they have created the folder from Anna and the folder of Juani. We go to users, we're going to do the same. Profile, particular folder, connect to H, and they're going to create some other folders from them. Invited and an administrator. And I also want to add the compatibility template. So we click on properties, profile, and we do exactly the same. Connect to H and the same root, and apply and accept. Now each user from the domain has its own folder in the network. We can check this by getting into the workstation and going to this system. We probably might have to restart the system so the changes are applied. And we log in as Ana Lopez Garrido. After we get into, we go to the File Explorer and this system. And we can see that the folder we have shared, the personal is shared, but inside it there is a folder that here is where we can create files and work in. For example, I'm going to write here hello, and here in the domain service controller, and we go to the folder, it's hello. So I'm going to click on properties on each one and disable the users from the domain. So returns, disable it, and user from the domain, quit, apply, accept with each one of them. And now each of the folders has the user from each folder and administrators. Now we're going to add another shared folder for the group contability. We have to go to the folder shared folders, and we are going to create a new one that's going to be called contability. We right click on it, properties, share, we're going to share it, advanced share this folder, permissions, we are going to delete everyone, add the administrators with total control, and add the group contability, accept, and they will have change and see, and we apply the changes, and accept, and apply, and accept, and apply. Then we go to properties and security, and we are going to delete users of the domain, advanced options, disable inheritance, convert the allow the disable the inheritance, and users of the domain, we are going to eliminate them and apply the changes, and we are going to add the group of contability. And accept, and they'll have the modify power. We apply the changes and accept. The administrators with full control and contability with modify control and accept. After that, we are going to go to this system, and we are going to get into this folder, this shared folder that is / the name of your computer net logon. This is a shared computer by default in the system, and here we are going to create a small txt that's going to be called connection.txt. I can see the extension because I have allowed in C and also or hide extension of the name of the file, and we did it by clicking right click and open it. We're going to put this command that is going to say that we're going to use the letter G, for example G, and double slash the name of the server and the folder contability. We save it and we close it. After that, we're going to change the extension to BAT, and we say yes. And now to make the users from contability execute this executable, we go to users, we go to contability. We are going to see who are the members, and these are the members. So first of all, we are going to start with this two. We selectionate the two properties, profile, and here in the script of the login, we're going to click on it and put connection.bat and apply the changes and accept. So each time these two users start, they are going to connect to that folder. We do the same with contability template. Apply changes. We log in, we close the session and we log in Ana Lopez Garrido to check if the folder of contability has been created. We go to the File Explorer, this system and the contability folder has been shared. We can see that if we create here a new file, for example hello2, and we come back to the server and to the folder data, serve folders and contability, hello2. So all the users that are in the group contability can access to that folder. Right now we are able to log in the domain controller with account of Anna. We select another user and select user workstation /1 and its password. It's going to say to us that the configuration of our account doesn't work in this system. So we're going to log in the domain controller and we go to users of and system of Active Directory, and in Ana Lopez Garrido we click on properties, account, and login, and we have to write the name of the domain controller, that in this case is Servidor Fernando. I have to write it in big words like this, and we add it, and we accept it, apply it, and accept. And if we close the session and we log in again as Anna, it's going to allow us to enter to the domain controller. We have a new worker in our enterprise that is going to maintain our enterprise. So we're going to create his user. So we create a new user called Juan, and the name of the login for him is maintenance, and we click on next. The user is going to change the password in the next login, so he changes its password, and we click on next and end it. After that, we are going to go to the groups of the system, and we are going to add him to administrators of the enterprise. We click on properties and members of, and here we are going to add Juan. Here it is, and we click accept. So we click on apply. So he's member of administrators and this group, so he can maintain the enterprise, and we click on accept. Now we're going to make a folder mobile. What does this mean? That the user Anna is going to have in that profile folder each time she login in a new computer, all the favorites, the black background, and all of these things are going to stay as they were in another computer. So for do that, we go to select folders, and we right click on it, and we click on a new one. I'm going to call it mobile. Like this. After this, I'm going to click on properties, security, no, in sharing, and I'm going to select this folder. We remove everyone, we add the administrators, we give them total control, and we add the Anna. Now we are going to add the users of the domain. Because we want to make a mobile account for Anna, but if someday we want to make for another user, we can just make it. We click make her change and see, apply changes, apply, and accept. We go to security, users of the domain, modify, administrators, total control. After that, this is mobile, like this. Go to the users, we click on Lope Garrido, properties, profile, and here in the root of access to the profile, we're going to put servidor Fernando mobile percentage username percentage, and we click on apply and accept. I have installed another workstation/G, and I'm going to log in as Anna. And now we are getting started logging in the Windows server, the workstation with Ana Lopez. And now we are logged in as Ana López Garrido. Who can you? We can see that here. The File Explorer. We click on this system. You can see that we have this, and this folder has been created. So now if we make a change here, it will be saved here in this folder, and if we log in another workstation, it will put all the files that are here in the new computer, and you can access to your local account, to your account everywhere in every station. Go to Juan, properties, and in profile I have put that this user can have a mobile account, that we can see here. Insert a mobile, we have maintained. We have to. I have a login with this account in our computer with a mobile. I'm going to allow in security, edit, add everyone, accept, and total control. Why I'm going to do this? Because I'm going to do is to turn off this computer. Go to settings, go to storage, and put here an Ubuntu ISO, and start the virtual machine so I can rename. Go to files, other locations, data, serial folders, mobile, maintenance, NTUs .dat. We rename it as man, rename it, and if we now turn off the computer, that account is going to be obligatory in the next login if